Your English is wrong, Alex. My father said this to me this morning, but he was smiling. My family corrects my mistakes every single day. They practice English with me at breakfast, at dinner, even while watching TV together. And it works. Today, I will show you exactly how my mother, my father, and I practice English as a family. Real conversations, real mistakes, real improvement. If you have a family, you have free English teachers at home. You just need to know how to practice with them. In this story, you will learn how my mother teaches me new words while cooking, the speaking game my father invented, what we do at dinner that improved my confidence, the mistake that taught me the most, and how your family can help you too, starting tonight. My name is Alex. I am a student. I live with my mother and father in a small town. For a long time, I studied English alone, in my room, with books and videos. But I felt lonely and I felt shy. Then one day, my mother said something that changed everything. But first, let me tell you about breakfast. This is where everything started. Every morning, my mother makes breakfast for the family. Eggs, toast, tea, simple food. One morning, 3 months ago, she said to me in our language, "What is this called in English?" She pointed to the butter. I said, "Butter." She smiled and said, "Good. Now make a sentence." I said, "I put butter on my bread." She repeated after me, "I put butter on my bread." Then she asked, "What about this?" She pointed to the tea. I said, "This is tea." She said, "Make a sentence." I said, "I drink tea every morning." She repeated, "I drink tea every morning." This became our routine. Every morning at breakfast, my mother asks me to name things in English. Then she asks me to make a sentence. Then she repeats the sentence. She is practicing with me, and I am teaching her at the same time. Do you eat breakfast with your family? You can try this too. Now, my father does something even more powerful. Wait until you hear this. My father works hard every day. He comes home tired, but every evening he plays a game with me. He calls it the English question game. Here is how it works. He asks me a question in English. I must answer in English. For example, he asks, "What did you do in school today?" I answer, "I studied math and English. I talked with my friends." Then I must ask him a question in English. I ask, "How was your work today, Father?" He answers, "My work was busy but good. Thank you for asking." Then he asks me another question. "What are you grateful for today?" I answer, "I am grateful for my family and my health." Back and forth. Question, answer. Question, answer. At first, it was very difficult. I did not know what to say. I made many grammar mistakes. But my father never got angry. He just smiled and said, "Try again." Now, after 3 months, I can answer quickly. I can think in English faster. This game trained my brain to respond in English without translating first. And here is the best part, dinner time. This is when the magic happens. At 7 o'clock, my family sits together for dinner. We made one simple rule. We speak English only during dinner. Not perfect English, not fancy English, just simple English. My mother says, "Please pass the rice." I say, "Here you are, Mother." My father says, "This food is delicious, thank you." My mother says, "You are welcome." Sometimes we make mistakes, big mistakes. Last week I said, "I am very boring today." My father laughed. He said, Do you mean you are bored or you are boring? I was confused. He explained, bored means you feel tired and uninterested. Boring means you make other people feel bored. I laughed. I said, "Oh, I am bored, not boring." My mother laughed too. She said, "Do not worry, Alex. You are not boring. You are very interesting." We all smiled. This mistake taught me something important, and I will never forget it, because it happened during a real conversation with real laughter with people I love. Do you want to know the biggest lesson my family taught me? Here it is. My family does not speak perfect English. My mother knows maybe 200 English words. My father knows maybe 500 English words. But they practice with me anyway. They make mistakes. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes together. And that's okay, because the goal is not perfection. The goal is practice. The goal is confidence. The goal is to stop being afraid. Before my family started helping me, I was afraid to speak English. I thought, my English is not good enough. People will laugh at me. But my family showed me something important. They showed me that making mistakes is normal. Making mistakes is how you learn. They showed me that speaking with mistakes is better than not speaking at all. They showed me that people who love you will support you, not judge you. Now, let me share 3 simple ways your family can help you too. First way, ask your family to learn English with you. You do not need to teach them, you just need to practice together. At breakfast, name things in English. At dinner, speak simple sentences. Your family does not need to be fluent. They just need to be willing. Second way, create one simple rule. Maybe it's, we speak English for 10 minutes every evening. Or, we speak English during dinner time. Or, we practice 5 new words together every day. One simple rule. That's all you need to start. Third way, make mistakes together. Laugh together, correct each other gently, support each other. When you make a mistake, your family can say, "Good try, now try this way." When your family makes a mistake, you can help them. You learn together, you grow together. Some of you might think, but my family does not want to help me, or my family is too busy, or my family does not speak any English at all. I understand. Not every family is the same, but you can still try. Maybe you start very small. Maybe you just ask your mother, "Can you help me practice English for 5 minutes?" Maybe you just teach your father one English word every day. Maybe you just speak one English sentence at dinner. Start very small. Be patient. Be consistent. And here is what will happen, I promise you. At first, your family might feel shy. They might laugh. They might say no. But if you keep asking gently, if you keep practicing with a smile, if you keep showing them it's fun, they will start to join you. My mother was shy at first. She said, "My English is very bad. I cannot help you." I said, "Mother, you do not need perfect English. You just need to practice with me." She smiled and she tried. Now, 3 months later, she asks me English questions every morning. She is proud of herself, and I am proud of her. My father was busy at first. He said, "I do not have time for games." I said, "Father, just 5 minutes, please." He tried, and he liked it. Now, every evening, he looks forward to our English question game. He says, "This game makes my brain work. I like it." Your family can surprise you. Give them a chance. My dear friends, learning English does not have to be lonely. You do not have to study alone in your room every day. You can invite your family into your learning journey. You can turn breakfast into a vocabulary lesson. You can turn dinner into speaking practice. You can turn mistakes into laughter and learning. Your family loves you. They want to see you succeed. If you ask them for help, they will try. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not immediately, but they will try. So here is my challenge for you. Tonight, at dinner, speak one English sentence to your family. Just one sentence. Maybe you say, "This food is delicious," or "Thank you for this meal," or "I had a good day today." One sentence. See what happens. Maybe your family will smile. Maybe they will ask you a question in English. Maybe they will want to learn more. That one sentence can be the beginning of something beautiful. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope it inspires you to practice English with your family. Please tell me in the comments, does your family help you learn English? Do they speak English with you? Or will you ask them to start practicing with you tonight? I would love to hear your stories.
Remember, my dear friends, you are not alone in your learning journey. Your family is your biggest support. Let them in. Practice with them. Grow with them. Keep learning every day. Keep speaking without fear. Keep believing in yourself. We are all learning together. If you found this story helpful, consider to like the video and share with your friends. And subscribe to the channel to not miss out on next story. See you in my next story. Take care. Bye-bye.